Hello there, my name is Mete Sixalan. I am the team lead for Group 39, in charge of the project called Uniclub. The purpose of our website is to create a learning management system, short for LMS, is to create a environment that the students and professors are able to interact with the website to be able to access resources, upload resources, grade examinations, and many other functionality that the other learning management systems offer. The main difference between us and the competition is we implement Material UI, REST API, and MongoDB for our backend. Why do we choose React? Well, in simple terms, because it is quite a popular JavaScript library that is used by thousands of people, and there's countless resources available to our disposal. Using Material UI, we are able to speed up the process of our front end interface and optimize it in the best way that we can while offering a robust system. It allows for simplistic design, ease of use, and built in React Router DOM and other libraries to actually do the routing and navigation allows us to actually create much more modularized systems that can be independently replaced with updated components without the rest of the system being affected by it, which allows us to have low coupling and rapid flexibility as well. And our team consists of me, myself, Timothy, Robert, Adrian, Ali.
Hi, I'm Timothy, and I was in charge of the backend for Uniclub, our capstone project. So, right from the start, when we were brainstorming ideas for how we can make a better learning management system because of our various experiences with other learning management systems, we found that following in their footsteps was not going to be ideal. So, we were looking for a new approach to, I guess, learning management systems and a new approach to learning in essence. So we started looking at other ideas and other structures in way we could other ways in which we could structure it to make it work best for what a student, which we know what students would want. So the API is structured to link various structures together through their relationships. I know I said structure a lot, but bear with me, it makes sense. We modeled our design after nature. We found that modeling our system to be modular with links between various systems would allow for true scalability and speed. We talk about this in computer science lingo. We adopted more of a microservices architecture. The separation of the microstructures allows for direct directed security to all nodes as well as good cohesion throughout the system. So by having a lot of microservice, we're either able to scale each one independently and be able to provide specific security to each service and component that we create. This structure also allows for personalized pages. So with students subscribed to various groups such as different courses, their sections, tutorials, labs, it gets confusing trying to navigate through all of your different commitments and all of your different classes and trying to make track down each one of your assignments. We decided to make it easier. We thought all assignments are essentially the same. We could just show them all to the student. That's what they care about. But with this approach, we're also able to show specific course assessments and everything. So we're really able to personalize the system to suit your needs, which is really great because we also have an auto updating calendar which updates with due dates, announcements from all your courses that you're subscribed to, and various other departments and other news that would be relevant throughout the school. We also provide a chat which allows you to chat with other students and professors and people that you could be interested in researching with or learning from. So by creating this modular system, we're able to easily connect the whole school community and build a stronger, more social platform for learning management system. Right now, we felt that all of them are really strict and rigid and don't really allow for much effortless communication between people, and we wanted to really involve the developing technological world and create a community that goes beyond just the school walls and into the network, I guess. So, moving on. To do this, we of course use the REST API because using a REST API, we're able to connect the backend to the front end really easily through well-defined interfaces. As such, we're able to easily customize the front end, create new mobile apps for development in the future, and allow for different other functions to be created on top of the current functions we provide. REST API also provides a really easy way for us to uh, provide extra security between communications between front end and back end, which I'll get into later. And again, it's going to be really, it provides really clear documentation and easily accessible endpoints. So, security. The front end of the system uses some security to secure user information and not provide it to the public through code or various other tactics. So by using Context API, we're able to maintain the confidentiality of sensitive data such as grades and personal information. Context API is a feature of React.js that allows data to be passed through components without requiring manual prop drilling, which essentially you take the prop and just keep passing that same prop through functions and creating multiple references for it, which over time really hampers security, hampens security. And Uniclub also takes data security seriously with features such as secure authentication and encryption of sensitive data, which I'll get to when I discuss the backend right now. So the backend has many features in place to ensure the system remains secure. As I mentioned, we have secure token-based authentication between the front end and back end, and this uses two tokens. One's a HTTP-only cookies token, and another is a one stored in local storage. By using these two cohesively, we're able to prevent cross-site scripting and other various attacks, as well as provide users with comfort as they're able to leave sessions inactive for a couple minutes and still return to the same information on the screen and not have to log in again. We also provide subscription-based rates, which adds extra security on top of our already provided security, as we not only authenticate people before, we also authenticate people for every request to make sure they have the correct subscriptions to be making said requests. Furthermore, we have salted and hashed passwords in our database, so even if there is a security breach, our passwords and sensitive data will be secure. As I mentioned before, we have modular components. We need permissions for each one. And this also allows for user-specific views, so professors will have a really easy way of providing access to various resources and hiding various information and just customizing the views and access to various documents. Thanks.
For Uniclub's front end, we developed in JavaScript code using Material UI and React libraries. The advantage of these libraries allow us to use custom, reusable components. The Material UI library also has many organizational preset components to format our web pages into responsible and flexible layouts. The other preset components, such as navbar and drawer, were heavily used and customized for our project and allowed our different views to be shown to a user. Our front end is state-based, with React useState being used to manage our data states and useEffect being used to fetch and retrieve our data. Due to the massive scale of our application, it was important to ensure our project was modular in order to break down our system into useful, compact, independent modules. In order to keep our code modular, we created reusable custom React Material UI components. These components allowed our code to be maintainable, reusable, scalable, and collaborative. This was extremely important to our project in order to continue our work and grow into our business. Since we are few in number, being able to reuse our code allowed us to be efficient with our work and the scale of the project. With our custom components used for modularity, we also ensured they had callback functions. These callback functions would then be used to communicate with the incorporated web page and other components within these web pages. Uniclub uses dynamic routing to ensure flexible and reusable routes are used to handle our varying learning management system data. Dynamic routing allows our code to be reusable, scalable, optimized, and tailored to the exact user with their personal ID being sent to the database to retrieve the codes that they need for their classes. Our code uses dynamic routing for several of our data fields, including our courses, sections, assessments, and finals. To explain the structural functionality of our routes, we define our route using the React Router routing library. The route is used with a placeholder parameter and the URL that can be used to place data to a component. The component then uses that data as a prop to specifically tailor the web page. At the web page, the component uses this prop to send to the database to retrieve all the information it would need about your course, file, section, assignment that can then be used to be displayed on the page so that each page has a custom and unique viewer experience.
We are at the end of our PowerPoint presentation. In conclusion, Uniclub is a modern, efficient learning management system that uses the latest web development technologies to provide a safe and productive learning environments. Thanks to using Material UI as well as React itself, we're able to have a modular system that is rapid, flexible, which allows many kind of different scalability requirements for different use cases, such as a small school versus a 20,000 university student website such as OWL. It also allows the users to have direct information access in their home page where they actually are routed at the beginning. So let's say you want to be able to see additional resources, it's right there. With features such as a modular design, easy navigation, and responsive UI, Uniclub is a great choice for schools and universities to implement a modern learning system, which is our biggest benefit for using the implementations that we have. Thank you for your time. Hello there, my name is Mete, and I am the team lead for Uniclub. So the intent of this video is to showcase our implementation and our future implementation possibilities for this website. It is a learning management system, and what I mean by that in a simplistic term is it is just a website for students to have access to the resources that they require to be able to complete their course requirements, such as assessments, examinations, and many more. We decided to go with a more social route that allows the users also to have chat options to be able to contact their fellow classmates, a dashboard that is quite interactive, such as being able to see their graduation progress, add additional links, see their grades, recommended technical electives, and many more. I will not be getting too much into that detail because the rest of my colleagues will be getting in depth in this video. The purpose of this section of our video is just to introduce you and welcome you to our presentation. One of the biggest factors while we were trying to design the system was, what do students require the most? Fast and easy resource access, which does not exist in many different learning management systems, especially like OWL. And we want to eliminate that issue by creating a system that eliminates all those problems. So a simple example of that is, currently we have an assessment due on the March 25th. If that was all, we would have no access of that in our main page that we can directly see what it is, nor we will be able to see it on our calendar because we would have to click on it, see what it is, when is it due. But with this implementation, we are able to directly see all the information that we need in a simplistic and modular method. Every single thing that you see in this website will be modular based, and it will be dynamically created by asynchronous calls from the backend. So none of the pages are actually hard-coded, which can be implemented for different websites, different universities, which is our intent for the future, such as University of Western Ontario, Queen's University, Windsor, and McMaster University. That is our roadmap for the future, but that is too soon to say. Either way, thank you for joining into our video, and I hope you enjoyed the rest of the demo. Thank you.
There's also a chat function, which can be accessed from anywhere on the website in the top navigation bar. Once clicking the chat button, you can see a variety of people that you can talk with. You can close the chat bar with the X button, or you can choose to minimize it to the bottom of the screen, showing your top 5 favorite contacts. When clicking on one of these contacts, you can see the listed chat with them. For instance, we said to demo, "What's up, man?" We can also choose and navigate through any one of these favorites, and by clicking the X button can close it. Furthermore, we can also navigate and choose any of these contacts as well. By clicking on one, we can easily send them a message through the bottom chat bar. All return messages will be shown on the other side from the associated person. And to close the chat, you can easily click the chat button up top again. Uniclub also offers a dashboard for each individual user with plenty of functionality. On the dashboard, you can add associated links that you might want that are important to your courses that you are currently taking through this add button. Furthermore, Uniclub also offers a map for every single user. By navigating through the abbreviations of certain buildings on campus, you can see their designated location on the map. By clicking on this, you can then see the full name of the building and its exact location. On the dashboard, Uniclub also gives its users a list of its graduation progression standards, so you can easily see at any point how many courses you have completed, the remaining electives you need for the rest of your degree, and the remaining specific module courses for your degree as well. Furthermore, for users that are in multiple programs, such as taking a dual degree, it is listed here in programs, each individual program you are in, as well as your current GPA and the remaining amount of credits required in order for you to complete the program. Within here, it shows recommended technical electives if they are available in your class, and furthermore, the list of entire required courses required for your program as well. Furthermore, for programs that don't have technical electives, you can easily see the recommended general electives that you might like based off of previous classes you have taken. Furthermore, you can see the entire list of all courses you have taken through your university, and it will display your overall average in the very top, easy to see. Uniclub also offers students the ability to use a calculator to check what their overall average would be after a class. For instance, if a student took software engineering 1997 and it was worth 0.5 credits, and they ended up scoring a grade of 99, the calculator will automatically calculate what their overall average would be after taking this course and getting this grade. It allows its users to have their own unique profile. For example, it will include simple things such as your full name, your affiliation, whether that be student or a teacher, your associated number, a work email, as well as customizable items such as your username, password, other contact information like a phone number or a secondary email. There even is a biography as well, which we could change to "I like computers," and once we click update, it'll be reflected for everybody else to see. You can also choose your own profile picture, whether that be from 3 predetermined profile pictures, or you can even upload your own. Furthermore, you can also explore the Account tab, which shows what your profile would look like to anybody that is just viewing it. This includes all the things listed previously in the Profile tab, as well as you can also see the changes that we made earlier.
For the last segment of our video demo, I will now present our dynamically created courses, assessments, and files, as well as the admin and teacher pages that correspond with them. Since the scale of our project is immense, I have rolled back to a previous version that contains more of the front-end functionality already integrated. The first page I have displayed is the course admin page. This page is intended to be used by a school administrator to create and delete courses for your university. It displays the courses and professors within a department and allows the user to manipulate the data stored on file. A tab system is in place to differentiate the two functions already created, create course and delete course. The table can be viewed with important course information for the admin user to inspect. In the create course function, the user fills in the required fields and hits the submit button to create a course. As you can see here, you're able to type in the information you want, and if a user tries to not fill in all the fields provided and tries to submit beforehand, they'll be hit with error codes and helper texts with the required codes and commands to fix their problems. So as we can see here, 3314 has already existed. So let's get rid of this code and try again submit with nothing. Now the helper text isn't telling us that we have no code. Instead, we'll add a code we have not used yet, add our term, we can add any of the professors within the department, and now we can choose our section info. From our section info, we're able to choose how many sections we want for a class, how many tutorials, and how many labs. For each of these sections, we need to pick a professor, so we'll go through it quickly and create them. And now we will hit the submit course page and wait for it to refresh. So now that it's refreshed, we can see that we have the new course code added to the table with the main prof displayed, the terms, sections, tutorials, and labs. We can also see with this newly created course our first introduction to the dynamically created routing. As we can see here, we have our list of courses that have already been created. 3310 has just been added to the list of courses, and we can now see when we delete this course that it'll actually disappear from the routing. So if we go to our delete course function, it's very simple functionality. You just choose the course you want to delete. We'll delete 3314, hit delete, submit. Once again, the page will refresh, and we can see that 3314 is gone from the table and our nav bar. So with this introduction to the dynamically created pages, let's go into one and see how it works. When you click the course button, you are sent to the course home, and from there you can see that there's a newly created nav bar tailored to your course. This nav bar has a side drawer that contains the home page, the course setup for the teacher, the different views for a teacher to look at if they want to look at in student view versus teacher's view. We can see the lectures, tutorials, and labs that's been created. 3395 has no tutorials or labs, so it only shows the two lecture sections available in the side drawer. We can also see some of the revisable course pages that can be selected in the course config page. So as we can see here, if you want resources to your page, you'd be able to submit, and it would add resources to the side drawer. And if you wanted to get rid of resources, it would also disappear. So now if we want to choose a course section to edit, we could hit all if we want to edit all the sections, but for now we'll just stick to lecture 1. So as you can see, our table is already filled out, and as a teacher you may want to edit or delete assessments, or maybe you want to create an entirely new one. Because our course is already at 100, we would not be able to add any more assignments, quizzes, labs, or exams. So instead, we're going to edit a course, and from there you can either choose to enter a new name or delete one. So for us, we're just going to change it to Lab 2, and if you leave the fields the same, they'll remain the same in the table. Now by submitting, we can see that Lab 1 has now become Lab 2, and delete functionality and create functionality are pretty similar to the admin create page, with the add assignments being similar to the section profs being added. So now we can look at our assignment pages, and if you click that link, you will be sent right to the assignment pages, as well as with the admin page you can be sent right to the course page, or if you come in from the home page, you can go to the assessments page and hit your assignment 1. This page is where we're going to be able to edit our course assignment, the description, due date, assessment, as well as upload any of our files. As we can see here, if we hit confirm, we can see that our PDF is uploaded, and we can publish our assignment for everyone to see. The final page I'll be showing briefly is the course gradebook page, which allows you to see all your courses in one place and the assignments within them. These courses have already been selected to a section tailored to the user, and in this course assignment you can see that all of your assignments there to move, or you can move to all your courses, and they all have a callback function to display your final grade. This will conclude our presentation on the Uniclub project. We hope you enjoyed and hope you have a great day.
So when the student logs into the portal, on the left hand side they have an announcement section, which is broken down into two sections: weekly announcements and past announcements. For the weekly announcements, there's different assignments here. For example, March 24th, which is an accordion here. Past announcements, we have different things such as, and the date here is November 26th, so whenever it's passed, it comes on this section. On the right hand side, we have a calendar and a reminder. In terms of the calendar, it is color coded. So blue is for announcements, orange is for assignments and labs, and red is for quizzes and exams. So if we want to create something new here, if we want to add an assignment, for example, if we want to call it assignment 10 or assignment 11, we'll give it a date of March 25th right here. On the left hand side we get assignment 11, and then as we can see here on the 25th, we have an accordion that shows the weight, the due date for the assignment, if there's anything else, any other important information. And then if we create a quiz, for example, let's call it quiz 2, and we want to give it a date of March 27th, here it becomes red because that's a higher priority, so it becomes red in that case. And currently this isn't the final version, but we're having it for demo purposes for the video. And we also have dark mode, which can be used for students' preference. And that's how the home page is working for us.